Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Farm Simulator 2022 Silverrun Forest Edition, which is also Awesome Edition. Oh, we got 30 grand from that. Let's kick a tire, guys. That's good news. That's good news. uh, we've been pretty broke lately. We can't advance the month because we got a lot of stuff going on here. So why don't I go ahead and show you? First of all, we got to do some baling today. It's September. We got to do it. Want to get one more in. If we do it right now, we could get possibly one more in. And we have some planting to do. We are going to change seeds over to... We're going to do barley. Now, let's do a little story here, guys. In all honesty, my plan was to get a new a new seeder for this, the start of the next year's seeding. 85 grand, we just can't do it, guys. There's too much, the prices are too high. I wanted to at least get something like this, maybe something different, maybe like that, something crazy different. We just don't have the money. So we have to plant one more time with this old John Deere. And it's been a really good one to us. But we have so much to do within this episode. I'm actually going to do the end rows. And I think, hiccups. Why do I always get the hiccups at the start of these episodes? I love them. I love doing these episodes, but the hiccups, I don't understand. Like every time. But anyway, guys. So we have a lot to do this episode, and a lot. So first things first, I'm going to do the outline of this field, and then we are I think, hire a worker maybe to finish it. That way we can get moving on to other projects here. As you can see, we got a worker planting. So as you guys know, I'm not normally big on hiring workers, but we have a lot to do in this episode. For example, if you look over there, we got a bunch of silage bales. We have some grass and straw bales, but what we don't have is hay bales. And if we want to get into cows, we're going to have to do some hay bales today for sure. So what we're going to do then is I'm actually going to mow up all these areas that we do have. And we're going to do some hay bales today, folks. It'll be our first hay. We haven't done hay yet. So this will be our first run of hay. So I think we should have a little mowing montage here, folks. And one thing we don't need anymore is this old bale trailer. Obviously, it's not really helping us out. And if I remember right, it doesn't even do the bales we're doing anyway. So let's just go ahead and sell that. And while we're here, obviously, we're not going to do hay without a tedder. So we are going to pick up the big one. We're going right for the big one. Teders don't require a ton of power. That's the biggest one. It's only 100. Yeah, it's only 100 horsepower. So we're on par for that. I'm pretty I think we're at a good spot to actually go to the big dog of the Teders, even though it is, I guess, our first one. We didn't need it hay it up until now. So let's go ahead and grab this, and we're gonna go start tedding. I am not the Bragan type, but check out this unfurling action. This thing, I love how this thing unfolds. It's so cool. Also, the guy is still going. Our worker. I don't know if any of you guys are around here to remember the Legend of Worker D from our Elm Creek series, but I feel like he might be back. That guy is super slow. He's taken a lot of our money as well. I had to put him on buy seed and fertilize. Normally, I refill that thing on my own, and I would normally not do that, but I didn't want him to interrupt the middle of our montage when we happen to refill him. So you can see he's sucking out quite a bit of money from us right now. Just get him done in that field there. I do really like that cedar, but it's just too small for what we're doing. So you can see this. Not going to take us too long on this uh, to TED it. So in real life, oh my gosh, it's missing a ton of spots. Why is it doing that? That's so weird. So in real life, I don't actually know anybody that really uses a tedder. If anything, people just leave it out a little longer to dry. So what this is doing is drying the hay, but in real life, you're not. In real life, a lot of times you just let it sun dry for a couple days is what you do. Um, Cheapers. Hey, buddy. Oh, okay. I'm not here, apparently. Alright. That car will stop for that guy in the field, but that guy won't stop for me. Gotta love how that works, game. But yeah, in real life, you don't really see anybody. You know, I don't know of anybody that actually uses a tedder offhand. I don't think so. I mean, we kind of do. We kind of rake it. You can rake it twice if it's um, really wet, but that's all I can think of. Oh, and we're messing up the truck. That'll be a big old ding in there. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna finish raking. Obviously, this is not gonna take long. We are trying to get everything done, making sure we're not missing anything. So before I start windrowing into rows, he's finishing up seeding there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just do. I'm gonna roll a pass on the outside here. And then I might hook up the John Deere to the roller so then I can go windrow. But any rate, he is done. And we're going to get this field rolled now. We can see the big horse off in the background with that little roller on it. Pretty funny. It's the first time I've had a worker do a big part of anything before, really. A lot of times I like doing the work. But Uh, just because we've used that cedar a lot in this series, and we had a lot to do in this episode, I don't feel bad about using a worker, and I do it pretty rarely. But it is, honestly, the workers are kind of fun to use once in a while, especially when you get real big as a farm. We're not real big as a farm, but later on when you have like 5 harvests you have to do in 1 month, and it can be a lot of fun then, for sure. But let me get this windrowed up into rows. Now the good news is, with this baler, we shouldn't have to worry about it trying to wrap the hay. We'll see, but I don't think it will. There we go. So it's just going to do it right and drop her out. So we have our first set of hay bales. I'm super pumped. You can see it limits my speed. just because this is a pretty big pile. Some of the other ones will be a little bit faster. So I think if we go, I think that other one's going to be a little bit quicker here. We'll go run over, turn it off. He's almost done rolling. In fact, I might have to tell him to come back down here to the end of this field. They're not always the smartest of workers, but you can see here now it's not going to limit us so much till we get to the thick stuff. All right, let me go finish getting these all baled up here and hopefully get that all rolled, and we can move on to our next few things to finish off here. So, as you can see, we are still fermenting our silage bales, so they gotta sit out. I want to make sure them ferment before I put them in there. And we do have our hay bales done. So now if we pull a trailer up here, we will see that we do in fact have, oh, we can just look in the menu down there at the bottom right. We have silage, straw, and hay and grass. So we got all of it. And we got quite a bit considering we have the silage out here. In fact, the last one we do of the season will have to probably be silage or hay. I'm not really sure. So let's switch over. If you guys remember, we got penalized for not weeding before the first growth stage here on with precision farming. So what we're gonna try to do this time, and we'll know it, we'll figure out real quick and see if we get penalized. Oh wow, this is a little bit bigger than I remember it. And we're gonna go ahead and weed it right away and see if this makes a difference. So turn on sprayer. I don't know if I have enough in the sprayer to do the whole thing, but let's hire a worker. Let's hop out. Go ahead. And it looks like that is gone now. Let's just double check. So if we go over here, should say weeds. Over here, no weeds. Right? And then if we go in front of him, should be back to weeds. Yep. All right. So we're good. I'm going to let him go so he's not blocked by me. And then I did actually have to lime this field, or the hay fields. Oh wow, this goes a little bit further. So did we not need? Why is it not nitrogen bad? Deactivate, turn it on. Let's see. All right. Sometimes that automatic thing goes a little willy-nilly, and but we're getting pretty ready for our next month now. I think we've got everything covered now. I just need to do some fertilizing on the backside. And then also next episode, we should be able to get into our first corn harvest, guys. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time, folks. Have a good one.